the sun. In the woods we would run, time for fun. Hide and seek has a cost. It would be forever lost. Oh, but I love this scar. Light is good to have my head lopped off, hidden and covered in moss, until this memory's forgot. I am not a bad man, even though I do bad things. There are bad things, such horrible things, but it's not what it seems. Not quite what I seem. Ah, hell, it's exactly what it seems. When I was 8, I used to hate the color of my house. I was quiet as a mouse. I burned it down to the ground when no one was around. Oh, but I love the sound. I deserve to be quickly put down, rotting 6 feet underground. When I was 10, I used to pretend to drown in the sea till they come and rescue me, then proceed to laugh in their face. Such a disgrace. Oh, but I love the taste. I deserve to have my brains placed all over the fireplace until this life has been erased. I am not a bad man, even though I do bad things. There are bad things, such horrible things, but it's not what it seems. Not quite what I seem. Ah, hell, it's exactly what it seems. When I was 12, I used to delve into evil schemes just to elicit screams, boost my self-esteem, push my sister down a well. She just fell low, but I loved it well. I deserve to roast deep down and out when I was 14.
Nothing much happened. Well,
there was that one time. Pushed him in a hole, then buried him alive. He barely survived. Oh, but I love to cry. I deserve to be battered and fried. Electric chair to set on high. Now that I'm 18, I still hate things from the spider cell I call my home. No friends, no phone, no life to call my own. Here I will lie until the very day I die, until my blood begins to dry, and I return to the darkness from whence I came.
so
I am not a bad man, and even though I do bad things, very bad things, such horrible things, but it's not quite what it seems. Not quite what I seem. Ah, hell, not exactly what I seem.
Well, here we are taking a little walk to the woods. With a sack full of dead babies I gotta dispose of. You know, normally I just, go out and dump them in the bay, but the boat's, it's constantly having engine troubles and just a moment. Shit like that. And I've been told I need to be more environmentally conscious about where I dump my dead babies. right, where I get rid of the victims' bodies. So I felt, maybe I'll just leave them in the woods for the bears and the deer to feed on and all sorts of shit. I don't really know if deer eat dead babies, but whatever. I got a bunch of them here in my sack, so, yeah. It's a lovely day out here. Lovely day, and apparently I've been declared, this season's main villain. Okay. I mean, I don't know what you guys expect. You guys realize I used to hang out with Axel, right? You really think any of this shit is gonna bother me? No, not really. Especially not when people are saying, well, you should have known because of the pictures. Why didn't you assholes know because of the pictures? Those pictures weren't exclusively sent to me. But anyway, that's really not the point of coming out here. Point of coming out here is that I quit my job today. Being forced to leak all of that private information, you might be aware my health ain't too good. The reality is, Shaggy isn't gonna live to an old age. And, some of you might be real happy about that. Some of you might feign concern. I honestly don't give a fuck. I made peace with that. But, given I'm living a shortened lifespan here, this internet shit isn't gonna bother me like it would some of you. I have no reason, or at least less reason, to care. I've got real problems. Yeah, my health ain't that great right now. So I'm trying to get exercise. I'm trying to, that's bullshit. I intend to, there's two paths I could go. I could try and mitigate the situation through healthy living and, eating right. But fuck all that. A man dying on his own terms is much better than living under someone or something else's rules, in my opinion. I'm at peace with that situation. Something causing me a bit more grief, however, was my job. You might also see in the leaks that I hate my job. So today I quit. It is the end of Shaggy the Counselor. I'm done with that. I got a job working the ferries so that when I move to Florida, I can, continue to do that. That's what I intend to do. Fits in with my whole obsession with nautical shit. Yeah. So, I intend to find out where Brian Dunn lives and move as close to him as possible. Because we're such good friends. He also likes dumping dead babies in the woods. But yeah, I'm gonna move right next to Brian, as close as I can. That's not a joke. I'm going to do that in order to piss him off and prove that Florida belongs to me now. So, what else is there? Dixon Does the Sector was all on my side right until it became unpopular. What a clout-chasing faggot. But, you just look at him. This is another incel. This is a guy with no hair and a tiny dick. That's 75% of the Sector. Axel. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, Dixon. I guess you're having to backpedal a bunch of shit now because I don't know, supposedly Jim is going to cover this. Great. I'll get more subscribers. If you enjoy hearing my fucked up sense of humor, and watching me make terrible decisions, subscribe to this channel. Because I was going to leave. I really was. But, the main reason I'm going to stick around is because apparently a certain individual, their entire goal was to make sure that I stopped streaming, that I left. I'm just too spiteful to give them the victory. No, I'm going to be here for a long time. I'm going to be here for a long time now. At least so long as my health permits. Shit. Let's see what else do we have to talk about. Well, nothing really. We're taking the long way to the woods today because I don't know what's going down at the woods, but it's a very popular place right now. Oh, it's a very popular place right now. It's fucking packed. I had to drive halfway to Muir Beach just to get fucking parking. Now, right now we're in the nature, but we ain't in the woods yet. See all that up there? That's an old farm that's been converted to a police station. I asked them if I could just drop off the dead babies there. As I was driving up, I called them. I was like, hey, I got a sack full of dead kids. Can you guys dispose of this for me? And they're like, no, Shaggy, that's not our job. What can you do? I guess they're just fucking lazy. I was just hoping I could toss them in their trash compactor and that would be the end of it. Oh well. But yeah, fuck, what else? So I'm going to Reno. I was saving up money for a trip I'm definitely not going to be taking now. And, yeah, now I'm sitting on a massive surplus of cash I don't need. And I'm currently not working. So that's nice. It's nice not having to worry about whether or not I've gotten a hold of at least 5 drug addicts today who are willing to sit down for an hour. I love that. I love not having to go to meetings. I love the fact that having finally gotten my certification, I can chuck it in the trash because I'm never doing this again. I just proved that I could. Now I don't want to. I'd really rather just work the ferries. It's easy and it actually pays more off the bat. I mean, less over time, but the work ain't worth the money. There's a reason they have a hard time finding people to fill that position. I'm just gonna fucking go for a walk here, I guess. But, yeah, I guess I've, in one stupid decision, become, a bigger evil villain than Axel will ever be, which I'm sure makes him very jealous. I don't know. He also, tried, his hand with that individual, but, I guess that person felt Axel just wasn't worth the effort. Much like his parents decided he wasn't worth the effort and moved him into a shed. Actually, I think that's the conclusion everyone who interacts with this dude comes to eventually. Just not worth the effort. Just not worth it. Fuck. one strand of hair here. There we go. It is hot as fuck here in California. Reaching 109 degrees. I haven't seen heat like that since I lived in Arizona. I expect there will be fires. Hopefully Trump will cut funding and plunge this nightmare of a state into a sea of ash and flame. So, yeah, we're going to Reno. This time, like, I intended to do this in Vegas, but I got distracted by, well, the attractions. Reno ain't as fun as Vegas. Reno is not really the Disneyland of Nevada. It's more like what Las Vegas used to be. It's a gambling town. That being said, I still expect to find plenty of whores. You know, I don't gamble, but I love whores. I love to drink and do drugs and fuck prostitutes, and I think that's what we're gonna do up there. Only this time, I'd like to actually get an interview with one of the whores I fuck about what it's like to work in that industry. I don't know. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Don't worry, I'll be sure to card her first. No. Out there it's a legal profession, so you don't have to worry about that. That tastes good. Haven't had any of this in a while. It just struck me that these dipshits will say you can't bring drinks into the park because we don't want you to litter with the cans, and then the moment you get in there, they sell you overpriced drinks that all come in the same damn cans. I'm pretty sure you can buy this shit in there. So I don't... whatever. Oy vey, am I right? But, yeah, I plan to capitalize on all the attention I'm getting right now. Or I don't... we don't... It just struck me that these dipshits will say you can't bring drinks into the park because we don't want you to litter with the cans, and then the moment you get in there, they sell you overpriced drinks that all come in the same damn cans. I'm pretty sure you can buy this shit in there. So I don't... whatever. Oy vey, am I right? But, yeah, I plan to capitalize on all the attention I'm getting right now. I would have live streamed today, but because of the way YouTube works, trying to submit, like, some sort of appeal, if it actually goes through, you then need to verify your identity and shit, and I was just appealing a warning. It really wasn't worth my time to do all this. If I'd known they would make me go through that shit, I would have just sat with the warning. Anyway. See, we got all sorts of parking situations here. I don't know what's going down at the woods. I don't know if it's some sort of event or what, because this ain't normal. The woods is never such an attraction as this. I don't know, I can't imagine why people are all going to the woods today. It's usually a place that only attracts boomer ex-hippies and antisocial freaks like myself. And today it looks like it's a real teddy bear's picnic. Everyone's showing up. So, yeah, Brian and me are going to be neighbors. I'm going to be real neighborly with him. Today I'm going to wake up, walk up to my house, pull out my cock, and say, "Hi, Brian, look at this. Look at this, Brian." It's going to be great. He'll love it. Now, he's particular about his boys, but I'm going to top. Yeah, because I am bisexual. Fucking, okay, things are getting a bit more forested out here. And I think that's where I usually park, right there, so. What else? Oh, yeah, we're going to be doing a mushroom stream. I'm going to be doing a bunch of drugs on camera. I've got about $5,500 left. I've been fucking so many prostitutes, dude. Like, you would not believe the amount of pussy that I have been engaging with. All paid. But I've been hitting up every fucking massage parlor in Vallejo and Martinez. It's been great. All Asians. At this point, honestly, I'd like some variation with that, but it is what it is, you know? It's bad when they're beginning to recognize me, but I don't recognize them. All sorts of weird plant life out here. Hopefully once I get into the woods, it won't be so goddamn hot. And I'm told, like, the shade of that area really makes up for this shit. Now, this area is pretty woodsy in and of itself, but up ahead we got the redwoods. Yeah, so right now life is sort of in a transitional stage. I've never worked the ferries before, but it's gonna be, I gotta imagine, I can't imagine it's harder than working with crackheads and the people who deal with them. You know, I try to be an asset to society. It seems people just want me to be the bad guy. shit, I can do that. I can play the villain role. I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as Axel. I'm not gonna actually, like, deliberately engage with minors or try and engage in life ruination. I think that shit's pretty gay. But I can say some rancid shit that I don't really mean all the time. Here's the Miwok Trail. Miwok were local Indians who engaged in cannibalism and butt fuckery for generations. And they lived here for thousands of years, and in all that time left no monuments, left no standing structures, no sign of any civilizational progress whatsoever. They ain't around no more. I don't know. But in a way, I'm glad that I'm the new villain. I'm way more interesting than fucking Ralph. I'm way more interesting than Ralph. I'm a more successful degenerate, too. And, you know, my whole religious fixation, that's not a LARP. That's possibly delusion, but it ain't a LARP. I go through way too much shit to remain a member of this church. More shit than I really deserve, frankly. Anyway, Daimyo and Wrist and some other guy I don't really know that well decided to friend me on the Discord after I left their group, and you know, I'm fine with that, but if you ever pull me into anything with that Canadian faggot who basically tried to character assassinate me the other night, I will block both of you. You know, he's in the same boat as Axel now. It's just, I'll talk about him when I feel like it, because I no longer give a shit about flagging. Now that I'm gonna get my very own gym stream, I've reached the big time, you know. I'm now like perfect cell, right? And everyone's gonna show up to the tournament to fight me. That don't matter. But I'm not gonna engage with him. I'm not gonna do anything that would actually help his content. I'm not gonna show up in his chat. I'm gonna treat him like a biohazard. I mean, which, given the state of his apartment, ain't too far from the truth. That place is filthier than the dump I live in. And I live in squalor. I got Matty Cat reaching out to me, trying to buddy troll me. That's nice. You should get some interesting leaks there in a few months when she gets pissed off. She records everything. And I have no reason to lie about anything, so cheers. So, let's see. Now, some people have been telling me, I don't know if I already mentioned this, people have been saying to me, Shaggy, you have to stop streaming now. And it's like, well, no. First of all, the incentive to do that has gone away because now everyone is fixated on Shaggy. But the other problem there is that would be an admission of guilt. The worst thing I could possibly do, in my opinion, and I'll maintain this till the day I fucking die, even if it's the most unpopular fucking sentiment on the internet, the worst thing I could have done was to try and bury the situation and have it come out a few months or a few years later, right? Because everything gets leaked eventually. Everything comes out. If I'd tried to hide this, yeah, that really would be the end of Shaggy. Then I'd probably have creep catchers on my ass. People are gonna make fun of me. People are gonna make fun of me. But, I can deal with that. It's not like anyone respected me around here before this shit went down. You guys have always been a shower of bastards and parasites. And you know, I'm gonna be real. Some of you guys have always disliked me. Some of you guys always have my back. A minority of you, I'd say, given accounting for Surfer's stream last night, 30% of you have always had my back. Thanks. But you know, I'd say actually another 20% of you sometimes have had my back, depending on whether it was, you know, aesthetically appropriate to do so. And I have more respect for esoteric Shaggyism, who has never liked me, who has always called me the worst things imaginable, who has always wanted to see my life destroyed, than I do for any of you flip-floppers who only fucking have an opinion if it's, you know, in line with the general consensus. I fucking hate you people. I'm thinking of Shrek Snow, I'm thinking of, I don't actually know any of your fucking names. Dixon. You know, Dixon is, you know, that way. Clout chasing, sped. You know, so, yeah. You know, I just want to point out that, you know, the sector is now apparently opening up a kiddie pond for the little ones. Yeah, we have Sector Junior now. I fully expected that when I released the information, people would do the right thing and, you know, investigate their servers and ban anyone who, at the very least, anyone suspected of being underage, anyone who constantly posts retarded shit that seems like retarded, like, I would expect them to at least quarantine those people and definitely excommunicate the people, because there's more than one of them now, and I'm not going to get into that, because I don't want to be any more involved than I already am. But there's more than one person who is confirmed to be a minor in the sector, so... And they're all in Hausmeister's server. And the people in Hausmeister's server are still all moderators in one of these people's server. You know, the Nest. I think you should get the fuck out of there. I don't think it's a good idea to be hanging out in there at all. I don't know why you guys are doing it. That makes no sense to me. But what do I know, right? But it makes sense. It makes sense. Apparently all of these people had a longer lasting and much more intimate relationship with the channel owner than I ever did. Yeah. Sad but true, guys. Sad but true. Never do long distance dating. Never trust e-girls. You know, if you're not paying for it, it's probably not legit. And you always pay for it in time, in cash, and I prefer in cash. I Dave and Buster's, right? I didn't drop that before because I didn't want people calling them up. So, because you easily figure out which one I go to. But I'm transitioning into a cash-only model with my relationships. Cash only. So I don't need to worry about that no more. I wouldn't recommend calling massage parlors because those places are affiliated with organized crime. And if you annoy them, you know, they might find out where you are and who you are and make assumptions on you because they're paranoid as fuck. And if they think that you're working for the cops or a narc, you know, they're not American citizens and they know how to get out of the country. All I'm saying is I wouldn't fuck with those people. I mean, I do fuck with those people, but only in a sexual way. But far be it from me to tell you, deranged assholes what you want to do. But yeah, if you thought I was going to be run off the internet by Shamu, no, you can't stop me. You can't ever stop me now. I'm just going to farm attention and say horrible shit whenever I feel like it. Oh fuck, guys! Somewhere along the way, I must have dropped the sack of dead babies. Shit. Oh well, I'll just blame black people. You know, if they find them, I'll say, well, some black people obviously did that. Revenge for, Carmelo Anthony. You know, they did it to, strike back at Chud the Builder. I don't know where that sack of dead babies came from, officer. Shit, I asked you if I could throw it in your trash compactor, now it's your problem. And they'll be like, well, Shaggy, we'd arrest you, but you connections with the Freemasons and the Mormons is just too deep. There's nothing we can do. And I'll be like, you're damn right. Now let me fuck your wife, Sheriff. And they'll be like, yes, Shaggy, it would be my pleasure. Yeah. As everyone knows, the Mormons run California, according to Forge Warhammer. I appreciate Forge Warhammer, you know, coming to my defense. Not that it was necessary, but him saying he was my arch nemesis for years. Friend, I don't see it that way. You know, I don't see you as a nemesis. I see you as a character with inconsistent views on everything from the sector to your religious beliefs. But I do respect the fact that you are literate. You apparently can read and memorize information encyclopedically. I'm surprised by that. Good on you. You might have a future after all. But yeah, unfortunately, my guts are not yet willing to take large quantities of alcohol, and if I am going to drink, I'm not going to do it far from home. So this is going to be a sober trip today, but we're going to be getting some mushrooms pretty soon. And, you know, this time instead of just sitting in the boat, I'm going to take the mushrooms in a public place and just walk around. I'm thinking maybe San Francisco. And I'm going to take like a massive dose of this shit. We're going to mix mad honey and mushrooms and probably a DMT vape. There's an individual I was associating with, turned out to be a real bad idea, who was constantly telling me not to do this shit. And now I realize that was actually to kill content. And as part of my goal of thwarting their intentions, regardless of the cost to my reputation or personal health, we're going to completely dive headfirst into a sea of degeneracy. That's going to be nice. That'd be real nice. And we've arrived at the woods after walking through the woods. I get in for free because I have the Trump card. I'm not even kidding. Let me show you guys this shit. This official Trump-branded Trump card gets me into any of the national monuments in the nation. It's the greatest. It's the most patriotic of cards. And I love that each one of these liberals out here has to carry one. That makes me happy. Oh, it is cooler out here. I like that. I look greasy as fuck right now because I just had to walk through like a mile of that shit. Oh well. So, yeah. Going to the woods now. Shame I lost that sack full of dead babies. I could feed the birds. Or the children, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. There's all sorts of ways you can get rid of dead babies. I go out to the local hospital. They just leave them lying in the dumpster out back for some reason. I just get another sack full of them. You know, have a little fun with them and then dispose of them. I feel I'm doing a community service.
Yeah, it's actually easier now because we're going to be walking down.
I ain't immortal, but you guys can't kill me that way. A way to get rid of Shaggy would be to ignore me completely. I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. No. Oh, that's a lovely sound. You can't stop me now. You can't ever stop me. You can't stop me now. And you can't stop me. You can't ever stop me. Y'all like Darkest of the Hillside Thickets? Anyway. Oh. Hi, friends. Y'all read the Book of Mormon by chance? No. Would you like a free copy?
No, we're okay though.
You don't want to get to heaven without the full gospel, do you?
We that's why we have the Bible.
Yeah, that's old. It's outdated. We got a living prophet now. He tells us what's up. I've been a member for 10 years. Honestly, my life has never been better.
Well, that's good. Well, that's good for you.
But, your witnesses. Nice to meet you. I appreciate what you guys do.
Yeah. Right on. Thank you.
Yep. And God be with you.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah, there's no point trying to convert witnesses. That just ain't gonna work. But it's always good talking with them. They're nice people. You know, I'm a degenerate. I don't mind admitting that, but I do care about my faith. And I should. It took me fucking 10 years to get in here. I suspected something was up with me. Something was a little off at most of the wards, but you just ward hop enough. It ain't no fortress. You'll get in. And they can't get rid of me now. Yeah. Hold on. Hey. One, yes. Yes, I'm an American citizen.
So I don't have to see this today because it's Flag Day and it is a fee-free day.
Sweet, thank you.
You're welcome.
That explains why it's, so it's crowded. No, I've
think I've seen you before,
I've been
so-
here many times.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love this place.
Yeah, good. Enjoy.
God be with you, man. They always get weird. I always get weird looks when I say that. God be with you, as if I'm like telling them to fuck themselves or something. I don't know. I guess that's like the most offensive thing you can say in California. God be with you. God be with you. God be with you. I don't care. I'm tired of the atheist bullshit in this community anyway. I think they should all be killed. Now it's time to start saying the really weird shit. Because I'm in public. Oh, that San Francisco stream's going to be epic. Check out all this shit. That's called nature, for those of you who never touch grass. I ain't touching grass neither. Here's the walkway. Let's take a walk down the walkway. It's a long way. It takes all day. And when you get to the end, you find a chair. ICP.
Yeah. She says, like,
Oh, that was just a love struggle. He was an innocent man. He was an innocent man. Talking about a local murder. Oh, they let me bring my drink in. Their mistake. I don't want another, shtick, so, I don't need another Gandalf staff either. I'm Mormon Shaggy. I speak for the trees. Now suck my cock and get on your knees. Yeah. I guess it's Flag Day.
These are 600 to 800 years old.
I used to be a patriot. I used to love this country. Not for very long, but there were a few years where I really was proud to be an American. I hate what this whole system has become now. Oh, I'm sorry, we got serious for a minute there. Don't want to do that. What do I say? How do I get my equilibrium back? I am bisexual. DJ Axel's a pedophile. There we go. Yeah. So I was thinking since I've got the Trump card, when I move down to Florida, I'll just pick up Brian's kids from school and take them into the woods. I'm sure he won't mind. Brian won't mind if I just take his kids to the woods. Don't even need to bother asking. He'll be too busy with his busy schedule of screaming at people online. So I'm gonna move in right next to you, Brian. I'm gonna be your neighbor. I'm gonna be Mr. Rogers to your kids, Brian. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, we're gonna have some fun times in the woods, Brian. Me and your two little daughters. Oh no. No, Shaggy, you can't make jokes like that anymore. Oh. Ah, shit. I guess people are gonna say horrible things about me now. Horrible things that, half of them don't even believe. Here's the thing, if you really believe that shit about me, say it. Like, say it openly. That's fine. It's just, if you don't really think that, as I said the other night, that is the worst fucking thing you can do to somebody. Aside from actually doing that to somebody. I don't think half of you are as stupid or as autistic as you pretend to be. Clovers. But yeah, me and best friend Brian are gonna have great times in Florida. No, I'm actually moving to Florida. That's why I got the job with the ferries, because it's the same company all over the U.S. Union job, I can just transfer. Now, if I was to remain a counselor, it would be a real pain in the ass, which is why I quit today. I found out that even though I'm now certified, that only extends to California. If I want to transfer that to another state, I have to get in compliance with whatever the fuck is going on there. There's no way I'm going through any more of this bullshit. It took me like 4 years to get certified for this. And if I'm going to have to literally go through that process again down in Florida, just, with only like 1/3 less paperwork, fuck that. The money isn't fucking worth it. I'm done. I've done this for 10 years. I've put in my time. I've done my service to the community, and I've gotten nothing but abuse in return. So I'm just going to take a regular, easy job where I can siphon money off the government and basically just ticket people and ride around the whatever body of water I'm currently in. Right now it's going to be the Bay. But, pretty soon I'll be in the Caribbean, which I really have always wanted to see the Caribbean. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's definitely going to be nautical related. I don't get seasick. I love the ocean. He loves the land, he loves the sea, he even loves a child like me, and I know. Anyway. My mental health is getting a lot worse, friends. And Fens, I guess, him too. Oh shit. Yeah, this place is called the Cathedral. It always, hits you when you see it. So, what else is there? I think I have an STD. Whatever. Just add that to the list of health problems. Let's see. Big news in the sector. Shaggy caught an STD. You guys are idiots. I'm gonna love hearing Brian rant about that. I just want to share my disease. Let's see what else is going on. Yeah. I don't know.
to the ejection fraction.
So, yeah, the sector is being invaded by literal children. You know these fuckers are bringing their friends, right? And this shit's getting passed around high school classes and shit. It's fucking wrong. I mean, you know, sometimes all you can do is laugh. But yeah, I mean, if the exceptional detective is on the case, I'm sure I have nothing to fear. Yeah. He'll be busy with that while I'm taking his daughters to the woods. Deep in the forest, terror in the woods. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna just have to lower my standards for what sort of fucked up shit I like to say on here. I am now the villain of the season. I am now Perfect Cell. You know, I've reached my final form here. Unless you count the weird shit from Dragon Ball Kai. That was really stupid what they did to Cell in Dragon Ball Kai, but Dragon Ball Z is stupid to begin with. I can't believe they retconned all of GT for this woke shit. But I don't watch that crap. If you want news on the latest Dragon Ball happenings, go talk to Warhammer. That's his thing. I'm more into Forgotten Realms and 40K. I think Forgotten Realms is the only franchise that went woke that I still like. I mean, what they did to Ravenloft, oh, that was a travesty. But Forgotten Realms has always been like a weird place for deranged sexual fantasies of its creator, Ed Greenwood, who's, you know, he's a degenerate like me, and he's a nice guy. I've talked to him before.
I know, definitely.
You know, I wouldn't know how dragons have sex with each other if not for his articles in Dragon Magazine back in the day. I'd have no idea which hole you stick your dick in a beholder. So, Noble Ed Greenwood, whose quest is to fuck everything with a hole and squick everything else. Poor bastard beholders. That was a quote from, I forget, some comedy site related to D&D. Orcus Press. Orcus Press. Shit. I'd invite some of you guys out to hang out with me in Reno. But, you know, Jess is too scared I'm gonna date rape her. You know, her being my favorite tranny and all. And everyone else is too fucking broke. Let's see what else is going on. My only concern is when the full leaks get released, I might not be the main villain of the series anymore. I might be like Dr. Giro, where you think I'm gonna be the main villain, and then like I just get like completely like swept to the side by something 10 times worse. Right? Like, you know, that's how it is sometimes with these villain arcs. You know, they introduce a false villain at the start who only makes way for something even more scary. Like Android 18 with her boobles. Yeah. Some reason the phone didn't charge all the way while I was on my way up here. I don't know what that's about. But this thing may die. I don't know. No, we're actually good. We got like 40% power here. We're good. Dry river. You be careful, Dixon. You keep making comments about me. I might have to be your neighbor, too. Let me be your neighbor. No, we're going to have a fun villain arc. The only thing I regret, sincerely, I don't mean to get serious here, is moving to Florida. Probably this September. I'm going to have to leave Angled Angus behind. And Beller, too. I don't really care much for Lady Bitchful. But I'm going to miss my dogs. I'm going to miss them a lot. I can't stay here anymore. I can't stay here. This place is hell. No, it doesn't look like it right now, but this state is really hell. I see my friend Jabberjaw decided to dip his toes back into the sector and promptly got them bitten off because, you know, first stop he makes is the fucking Hausmeister server. They just thought he was me. No. Those were some fun leaks, though. Is this you? And I'm like, no, but I know who that is. Thanks, Chris. Good job there. You know, now that I'm not going away, maybe I'll drag him on stream. Have him explain himself. Oh, what the fuck he was doing there. You know, if he was that pissed about me, he could have said something. I think the thing he said that hurt me the most is that I only contact him when I need something. That's not true at all, dude. What the fuck would I ever need from you? You can't kill me that way, though. Everyone betrays Shaggy. That's how I became a villain. It's just all that... You know, this is someone I knew in real life. Stay out of the sector, Chris. Nothing good will happen to you here. And you won't be able to handle the backlash like I can. I mean that, dude. Just stop watching the videos, stop watching what I upload. If you really need to interact with me, just come over. If you have some issue with me, maybe talk about it. I didn't chase your mom with a gun. I chased your mom with my car. because she was outside the house in her car trying to take pictures to get me arrested. I didn't have a gun, dude. I don't know why you think that. I imagine you believe it. You know what I think happened is I let the friendship last too long, and his memories of me turned bitter. I don't think he remembers the good times anymore. You know, the smartest fucking thing you could have done was stay the fuck away from this shit. Chudbuster. What a fucking stupid name. Let me tell you, if I was gonna sneak into your retarded Discord house, I wouldn't be calling myself Chudbuster, okay? Fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Chudbuster88. Chudbuster Heil Hitler. Very clever, dude. Very clever. Very 2016. Yeah. So, also stay out of that server because there's kids in there, dude. It's crawling with them. There's at least 2. At least 2. And I'd love to tell you who the other one is, but the last time I went and, you know, exposed this shit, you know, rather than being thanked for my diligence, I was...
Excuse me, sir.
Huh.
I'm going to ask you to keep your voice down.
Sure.
Please.
No
Thank
problem.
you. There are families around.
Yeah, got you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, park guard or something. Anyway. You're not going to follow me the whole...
Well, this is my route.
Ah, no problem then, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. Anyway. Let's just get off the trail here before we continue this. I don't want to anger the locals. How long to the nearest,
Exit?
No, up into the,
The woods?
yeah.
There are a couple trails that will fork off
Mm-hmm.
up to Panoramic. So
I
maybe
can-
5 minutes.
Cool,
That's
then I can be a bit more,
Yeah, but I like for you to keep your voices down.
while I'm on the trail, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you for understanding.
no problem. So we're just gonna wait till we get out there before we discuss any more of this interesting content we've been discussing. This is for YouTube. This is for YouTube. Welcome to the sector. It's just... I guess we're going, up into the hills today. That should be fun. That means by the end of this, I'll probably, be really, really tired, soaked in sweat, and not wearing my shirt, like, the time before last time. Maybe we'll get bitten by a snake. That'll be fun. Yeah, it's rattlers we gotta worry about up there, right? Rattlers, is it? The snakes?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was warned about that, that there's, dangerous wildlife up there. Of the reptilian variety. It's one of your coworkers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Are you a ranger, or,
I'm a volunteer ranger, yes.
Ah,
So you can go off here, or there's another one down there.
I ain't been down that one yet, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right up this way?
Yep.
Okay. Actually, I have. I've been down this one. This is how I, oh, this is gonna be great. Normally people just leave me alone out here, but I guess it's Flag Day, so they're We got people out in force, which is annoying. She's still following me. Just make her work for it. Speed up a little. If she wasn't wearing a uniform, my response to that would have been very different. I do not like being bothered or talked to on my walks. I don't come out here to socialize. Okay, I think we're safe. I think we've effectively followed directions. And I can say whatever I want without invoking the wrath of the volunteer park ranger. Hopefully, if she follows me up here, I'm going to be... No, I think we're good. Yeah, so now we're going into the woods, like really into the woods. Maybe we'll meet the Blair Witch. Or the Wizard of Oz from the horror movie. Yellow Brick Road. I need to watch that. It's apparently very Lovecraftian. Like I don't know what we're going to do about this situation with the little ones. We're going to start asking for ID in the sector now. Hi, if you could please just dox yourself before we let you into this incredibly messed up Discord about, everything kids shouldn't hear about. Yes, just please post your full docs and information right here. I assure you that no one will use this information in an untrustworthy fashion. Oh, you did it. Thank you. Please prepare to receive 10,000 pizzas to your parents' house. Like, how do you even fix a problem like that? How long has that been a problem? Apparently, like, longer than I've been involved in it. I guess you'd have to ask Weezus and Ovo. I think they've been dealing with this person and hitting on him, one of them, for like 2 years. Oh, of course, my judgment of time is kind of off. I could have sworn that was only a month. I don't know. I would appreciate it, though, if ever anything's going to get leaked. My reading of the music of Eric Zahn, or the Moby Dick readings, leak those. I mean, it'd just be hilarious to me to watch Brian and the Particular Boys sit through hours of that, waiting for something actually interesting to happen. Of course, Surfer is hard at hearing. He's probably going to think I said Moby's dick. And, I guess, he hears, I say 18, he hears 8. So maybe, like, he'll accidentally add an S to that. And it'll become a very weird situation. I'm getting a little winded here. This is all uphill. Of course, there was this one time where, my eyesight ain't too good. These are prescription. I thought I was reading Moby Dick to her for like an hour. And then I looked down and I'm like, oh shit, this is Hustler. I'd been reading the Hustler art from Hustler magazine. No, I mean, you guys are stupid. You'll believe whatever I tell you. My dick is 14 inches long. And covered in the blood of dead children. I don't care. I think I was effectively immunized from this shit after co-hosting with this Norwegian retard for years. I'll probably do a stream on this video I'm making. You know, I don't usually teal deer people. I really don't like to do that. But Rick Perry, that fucking novel you sent me about men like women, women like women, men don't like men, women don't like men. That's as far as I got with that, dude. You know, everyone likes money, so that's my problem solved. Everyone likes cash. Women really like cash. Bootjack Trail. If my phone goes dead and I'm never seen again, I went down the Bootjack Trail. Try and find my body over this way. Or don't. I honestly do not want my remains in any way messed with, embalmed, nothing like that. I would actually prefer to be buried in a burlap sack, far away from a cemetery. I don't need a gravestone. I didn't need it in life. I won't need it in death. Literally, if, you know, being as bizarre an individual as I am, you know, holiest man in the sector, if I really need someone to carve my name into a rock for anyone to remember it, it wasn't worth remembering. You know. In time, after you're dead, the people who remember you died. And if you're remembered at all, it's as a fading character in the history books whose relevance becomes more and more faded as time goes on. We all know Abraham Lincoln, for example, but how many people alive today know anything about who he was as a person, unless they're super nerds who read all sorts of biographies on him? And that's like one of the world's most famous people. You know, for those of us sectorites, you'd be lucky if anyone can remember who the fuck you were 10 years after they put you in the ground. I ain't concerned. You know, after my recent doctor visit, I've been thinking a lot about death. I'll probably be encountering it sooner than the rest of you. Someone in the sector who really shouldn't be here said recently that I'm going to die soon. You don't know how true that is. You kind of accelerated that process. Congratulations, epic troll. This person totally wishes me well or some shit. I don't know. Get off the internet. Here's the thing, right? It's not like with Chris Chan. You do something that makes Chris Chan leave, you get the Isabella Janke treatment. Most people in the sector want me to leave.
I went to one of the open houses.
Y'all should have just ignored me then.
The manager was saying like,
Oh no, but try and shame me into leaving. That'll work. Or just do more gay ups and life ruination. I don't know. That'll probably fail too. Anyway, link Brian's address down below so I know exactly where to move. A good friend of mine is... Oh, I'll be getting a new sailboat. Because we're not fucking taking the Prowler up the Panama Canal. That's a bit beyond my skill level. Brian's gonna be all, hey, why don't you do sailing content? Why don't you do some sailing content, Shaggy? It's like, because no one fucking watches it. Because it's hard to make and not worth the fucking time. Also, in California, if you sail without a license in your cod or dumb enough to upload it to the internet, they can literally take your boat away, and I live in that thing, so... Unless I've got someone who is licensed with me, I can't really make that sort of footage. You know, but, no, the boat isn't stationary. It's actually been moved, like, I think 4 times now. I've moved it. Not counting the one time I had it moved by my friends so that they could assist me in some extra legal affairs that I was engaged in. Yeah. You guys think I should do the mushroom stream in San Francisco or here in the woods? We can do either way. Either way is fine with me. I'll try and upload this today, but I might just sit on my ass till tomorrow and do it then. I don't know when I'm going to be getting home. We're 25% left. I don't really like these off-road trails. They're not relaxing. It's actually a hike. But I don't like being bothered by people who are worried about my foul fucking language, so... I'm beginning to sweat pretty bad. Let's take a break. Now that I'm a big-time internet villain, maybe Maybe I can go on the kill stream and me and Ralph can holler together. I don't know. Or at each other. Probably both. I don't know. Wallerin' and hollerin'. And maybe I'll take Brian's kids to the casino. I hear they let children wander around those places now. That's news to me. You know, last time I was in Vegas, you get thrown out. You get straight up 86. They'd cancel your reservation and everything. You pulled that shit. And that was just if you brought your kids onto the casino floor. That was not allowed. It was very strictly enforced. And there was actually, at the Excalibur, there's a walkway through the casino floor for people who have kids so that they can get to the arcade area. Right? But you ain't allowed to just, well, this was when I was a kid. They probably changed the standards there, but you weren't allowed to just leave them down there. You had to be with them. So, you know. But I guess now, yeah, you can just bring your kids everywhere into the casino, the strip club, the bar. I mean, from what I'm told in the sector, you people are fucking stupid. I mean that. You people are fucking stupid. No, guys, let me just go live with my victim that you guys have all been sending your dick pics to for like 2 years before I met her. I don't know. Well, the sector is a silly place. I shouldn't really expect coherency from it, or its adherence. I'm being bitten by a mosquito. Not that anyone gives a shit, but, oh, I don't really want to bitch about that. I'm really sick. I'm really fucking sick. It's a lot worse than I expected and worse than I feared. C'est la vie. I mean, it isn't hopeless. It's not hopeless. But I'm not gonna live to be like 80 years old. No, I'm being a bit melodramatic. I could make it to 60. I've got like 30 years if I'm... But I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna enjoy the time I have left. So realistically, I probably have like 20 years left. It is what it is. I wasn't gonna bring that up, but I try and maintain a sense of humor about it, be lighthearted about it, but it can weigh on you. I feel like bugs are crawling all over me. Let's move. I thought it was just CHS. I mean, it explained all the symptoms. I do have CHS, by the way. The worst part is it's my own fucking fault. I just assumed I would always be in good health because my mother's side of the family were in good health. But my dad's side of the family, their health is shit. Without, like, the necromancy of modern medicine, my dad would have been in the ground years ago. But hey, you know, science has pushed his lifespan beyond its natural limit. Maybe by the time Shaggy's old, they'll have some tricks up their sleeve for me as well. I ain't fishing for sympathy. I don't expect that from the sector. I expect it from my friends, but that's on the internet. That's maybe 10, 12 people. Most of you guys are just gawkers. But I don't do therapy. I've been a counselor for 10 years. I know how the Kool-Aid is actually made. I know what goes into that shit. I don't want to pay someone to care about me without sex being involved. A therapist is really just a expensive whore who won't suck your dick. It's an emotional prostitute. I know, I've been one for like 10 years now. I don't need counseling, I don't need therapy. If I needed sympathy, I wouldn't be uploading it here, and I wouldn't be doing it right now. I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. Have a Shaggy is dying party. I mean, it's a bit premature. I'm not dying. I just have diseases. I'm a diseased creature. Treatable but incurable. It wasn't the stress. It wasn't the weed. Those things didn't help, but I just got unlucky. I was just unlucky. I wasn't smart. I wasn't smart about shit. It's not sexually transmitted, if you're wondering. Although I'm beginning to wonder if something's up there, too. But at this point, who gives a shit? Am I going to be responsible about it? Fuck no. Fuck no. I only want to share my disease. I've tried to be responsible. Look where that got me. Let's head back. And if you're someone who, for some fucked up reason, is talking shit about me and all the channels currently passing my name around like a $2 prostitute, like a dead baby at a pedophile convention, right? Please don't be offering me any sympathy. Please don't be coming into my chat and saying, hey, sorry to hear you're sick or anything like that. Just fuck off. Really, just tell me you hate me and you're glad I'm going to die soon. I have infinitely more respect for that. I know who all of you are. I know who says what. I know who the flip-floppers are. And I actually hate you guys way more than I dislike my detractors. You know, it is what it is. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Future's not ours to see. Once again, I'm fucked. I am really fucked. I am so fucked, so fucked. I'm really, really fucked. My whole life is fucked. Oh, in about 20 years. In about 20 years, I'm gonna start having problems that I'd really rather not have. Oh boy. Oh boy, are we gonna have problems. I'm being melodramatic because I found out relatively recently about this. Don't worry, this is not going to become the Shaggy bitching about mortality channel, I promise you. I'm going to be over it. I'm already mostly over it. It comes and goes. It's like a shit with my teeth. I know I've got to get some dental surgery soon. The anxiety for that comes and goes. We may, what the fuck? Yeah, I thought we were gonna lose the stream there for a minute. Having a bit of technical difficulties. God rays. I see the light. Until the light takes us, yeah? I think that was the name of a black metal documentary. I really need to stop thinking about this shit. It's making me weird. Supposed to be talking about Brian's kids. Not all this depressing shit. Give people a reason to piss on my grave. They don't really need one, but, you know, Shaggy is generous. You guys want me to play the villain? Alright, I'll do that for you. Should I do a better job of it than any of these other boring faggots? I feel bad if I had to leave you with nothing but Axel as the sector villain and Dixon as the hero. I mean, Dixon makes good content. Sometimes. I'll watch it. He predicted I'd flee the sector. No, I'm gonna double down and triple down. You assholes think you people are the biggest problem I have in my life. Oh, if only that were true. I just keep saying, you can't kill me that way. I ain't immortal, but you can't kill me that way. You don't have to feel bad for me. I already feel bad enough for myself, so... Shit, I really need to get out of this mindset. I should have fucking just shut my mouth and stayed on the main trail. I could be distracted. Made the mistake of wandering off with my own thoughts. And those are my worst fucking A-logs. I fucking hate those guys. Ethan Ralph is lucky. All his headmates tell him how cool he is and shit. I don't got no headmates. Just bad memories. Ooh, look at that. You know, I'm not afraid of death. Death is not an exit. It's not a flick of the off switch. Although that's actually not the lyrics. It's apparently the lyrics to that song, "Death is not an exit" by Woods of Ypres. That is, death is just a flick of the off switch. It's atheist metal. But that guy, he knows God better than I do now, because he crashed his fucking car into a tree and got himself killed. Oh wow, that's beautiful. What do we have here? Life is beautiful, just not human life. Ghouls plunder graves tonight. The grim reaper's thirsting for human life. Part of me wishes I hadn't gone in for that checkup, that blood test. I was happier not knowing about this shit. And it wouldn't have cost me nothing to not find out for another 10 years. It's kind of cruel for them to tell me now. I'm gonna die soon, just not as soon as people would like. I haven't told my dad. I haven't really. I'm telling the sector, but I haven't told my dad. This is fuck. And there's no reason. Like, he's only got maybe 10 years left at most. Why bother him with this shit? You know. It's just gonna make him sad. Why not spread the joy? You guys will all be celebrating this. Especially given the current arc we're on. Now let me just worry about what you retards think of me. Yeah, that's my fucking priority right now. So I don't know when the phone is going to go dead, and I don't know if it's going to warn me beforehand. So I'll just say this now. I don't give a shit if you like. It's absolutely fucking meaningless in the sector, whether you like or not, whether you like, dislike. Ah, fuck. And something just flew into my mouth. Fucking hell. Fuck. Well, that's gross. I think I need to shave my fucking beard. Oh, more kids. Guess we're gonna have to self-censor for a bit until we're out of earshot. But yeah, subscribe to the channel. We're going to do a Reno trip soon. Very soon. We're going to do some mushroom streams. I'll get some footage on my new job on the ferry. You know, the sector at sea. Yeah, Brian was suggesting I do, like, sailing footage. I didn't even consider at the time that I might very soon be doing just that. I quit my job just this morning. Well, it surprised me. They were almost sad to see me go. I guess they don't have anyone else to do this crap. I see why. This job sucks. And they asked me, oh, why would you go through all the trouble of getting certified? And I'm leaving California. They're like, why? It's like, because California is a shithole. There's like a moment of silence there. And they're like, okay, well, where are you moving to? Maybe we could transfer. I'm like, Florida. They're like, oh, well, you'd have to, you know, go through their certification process. Yeah, I noped out of that real quick. I'm never doing this again. That was a nightmare. I'm never doing that again. I don't care if it's just the paperwork. I don't care if it's... I don't want to do this no more. I never want to do this shit again. Ever. In Florida, you know, the cost of living is not, like, ridiculously insane, so... There's a lot of places. I think all they have is to worry about is sinkholes, and I'm going to be in a boat. And I don't think dock slips there are like $900 a month like they are here. Oh, by the way, Chudbuster, or Jabberjaw, whatever you want to call him, he lied, or he didn't lie, he was mistaken. I'm not on Bethel Island anymore, you idiot. Ron died a while ago. Ron was a guy from my church who was nice enough to let me dock my boat at the, you know, he lives in one of those nice houses that comes with a little pier. So if you want a boat, you can have one of them in your backyard. And he let me park his boat there for free. A really nice perk of being a member of the church. If not for him, I probably wouldn't have my garments right now. He was a big help in all of that. May he rest in peace. He was a Jewish Mormon. Yeah, those exist. He was a great guy. You go around saying Heil Hitler just to piss off everyone. Like, literally everyone. Yeah. People who didn't like Jews would be pissed because it was a Jew saying that. His family would get pissed because he was a Jew saying that. It was fucking funny. I miss him. He wasn't always a nice guy, I'm gonna be real. Sometimes he could be a real prick. But towards the end, like, he really showed that he had a depth of humanity to him. There was a time where I really hated the guy. Like, really didn't like him, but, in the end, he gave me a place to live. Rest in peace, buddy. Okay, so we're back on the main trail here because I'm seeing more park rangers. And I think that was a real park ranger, not some volunteer. I like that I've been around here so much I no longer need a map to find my way. I'm gonna have to hang up the phone here real soon. Probably real soon. Or it'll just go dead on me either way. Let me actually check on that. Oh, we got 12%. We're alright. We're alright. I'm gonna turn it off anyway once I come in range of the... it's a gift shop, but I call it a tavern because they sell booze. It's really more of a tourist trap. It really wouldn't be America, though, if you didn't have a literal gift shop in the woods. It sells potions and wizard staffs, as well as alcohol. Maybe I'll go in there and buy myself something nice, but there's only one ring I wear, there's only one necklace I wear. I don't like bracelets. It seems a little bit much, honestly. Besides, the necklace and the bracelet both have, like, deeper meanings. I don't think... damn, this guy really serious. I don't think that men should wear jewelry that doesn't have some sort of meaning to it. You know, don't wear a ring unless you earned that somehow. And same goes for necklaces, right? Like, men who just buy jewelry like women are effeminate. That or they're Persian. Or black. But as a white man, if I'm going to wear something, has to be something I earned. If it's like a trinket like that. You know, I earned that ring. And that necklace has a deep spiritual meaning to me. Especially in light of my recent diagnosis. How does it go? I mean, the writing on it is really tiny. In everything that's done and said, be sure that before you are dead, your flaws die before you do. I've done a good job on that, believe it or not. I'm a pretty fucked up person, but I used to be much worse. I used to be a pagan. Spotted owl, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Sophia? What do you think you're doing?
Is there like a nest somewhere?
I'm sure, but they're not pointing it out that I know of.
Oh, that's nice.
It's probably way up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm looking at that.
It's so
I like owls. Owls are neat.
I agree.
be nice if one sort of flew down and let us see.
Oh, no, they're mean. They attack.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't want that. There's a reason they call them raptors. But yeah, I guess we got spotted owls nesting there. Shit. I think it's going to be nearly 2 hours on this one. Sorry I couldn't cuss that woman out for you. Or not that one, she was nice. But I mean the volunteer park ranger. I don't want to get thrown out of the park. Now, if I was just some concerned citizen, she would have encountered a very different Shaggy. But, oh, Lord. Anyway, let's try and end on a cheerful note, huh? I'm finally out of a career that I hate. I can claim that I was a really good counselor for 10 years. And I'm escaping California. I have a Reno trip coming up. And plans for some great mushroom-related content for you all. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna do some day tripping in San Francisco. Bugs everywhere. Let me see. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I did. That was a fun little trip through the woods. So yeah, as I said, we've got some real good content coming up. It should be pretty based. I hope someone archived this because you know the rule. If you leave the content out, it's like fish. It begins to stink. So, yeah. I think that's it for now, yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed this, and have a nice day.